Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of God be upon each and every one of you. Welcome to With Love, Amina. This is going to be the first full episode on this podcast. I am so very excited. Life has been such a roller coaster, and I can't wait to just open up, share some things I've been thinking about. And today's topic, like you've all been thinking about, and probably seen the title, is about fear. And I really want to talk about fear because I feel like fear is something we all face. Everybody gets afraid, and we have a lot of fear in our hearts. I feel like that's something I really realized this year is that we have a lot of fear in our hearts. There are so many things we're afraid of, and I feel like so many of us, we live our life based on fear. Fear dictates what we do and what we don't do. And in today's episode, I kind of wanted to break that down and show you maybe a different perspective, or maybe something that will give you more courage to go out into the world, inshallah, with more confidence and hope and more security, because at the end of the day, fear is something you can't see. So let me give you something that's more sure, that you can actually hold on to, you can grip with your hands. So, when I think about like fear, it's a natural human instinct, okay? So if something scary happens to you, you're afraid of what could happen, or if something didn't even happen, like maybe you're gonna do something on the unknown or unexpected. For example, you're gonna get married to somebody, let's just say. You don't know how people are like when you never live with them. So you're afraid of how they'll be like. You never know how people will change. You're afraid. You're afraid of going to this different country. You're afraid of starting this new job. You're afraid of starting university. You're afraid because you don't know what's ahead. And let me tell you, we will never, ever know the unknown. But even not knowing, there's something very beautiful. Because even though we don't know, Allah, God, is in control. Allah is in control of all of your stories. So even though you don't know what's going to happen, Allah knows what's going to happen. And the best thing is, as a believer, like you and me, somebody who believes in Allah and believes in Allah and the last day and the judgment and the prophets and stuff, you have something very comforting. And that's what I'm going to tell you today. There's a beautiful hadith that goes along the lines of how beautiful is the situation of a believer, in that everything that happens to him or her is for their good. Every single thing, even if it's a bad thing, even if it's a good thing, it is all for their good. So even if the thing you feared most were to happen, it would be for your good. And I think that can be very painful or scary to accept, but I want you to accept it. I want you to free yourselves from these chains that are holding you down. Soak that in. Even if the worst were to happen, it would be good for you, because it's what Allah has decreed for you. So, if you soak that in and you realize that even the worst, if it were to happen actually in real time, it would not be bad for you, it would be good for you, then what's holding you back from doing something that is good for you, even if it's scary? Yeah, I want us to think about that, because I've seen so many people, they don't do things. They don't talk to people. They don't go out of their comfort zone. They don't even they worry so much about the future. We overthink so much about the future that we have no control over, to be honest, except the actions that we do. We don't have any control over the events out of our control. People worry so much. We all worry so much of what's going to happen. We overthink about every single scenario, thinking that we can control it, thinking that if we think about each scenario, we'll know how to deal with it. But the reality is, even if you think about the worst scenario, you will not be equipped with how to deal with that scenario until it falls upon you, literally. Yeah, I feel like so many of us, we keep on overthinking. We overthink, we imagine, we try to prophesize what will be the worst thing that could happen, and we often do that, in a good, with a good intention. We do that because we want to protect ourselves, our loved ones, and our futures. But the reality is, even, doing that, first of all, makes you feel miserable, makes you feel scared, makes you feel like you don't want to go anywhere in the world. You want to try anything new. But also, that stops you from doing something that might give you so much joy in the future. I know a lot of people get really scared, when I tell them, like, when people tell me, what if this could happen? And they're talking about all the negatives that could happen for something. And I tell them, what if the good side could happen? They get scared. They're like, how do you have any guarantee about that? How do you have guarantee that good can come out of their scary situation, or that the thing would actually go right? And I like to say, how do you have any guarantee that this could actually go wrong? There are equal chances. Literally equal chances that something could go right and something could go wrong. So the only way we can continue to move forward is to put our hopes, our fears, our worries in the hands of Allah, to trust Him, and to do something scary, even if you're afraid, because you know it's good for you. Yeah, I really want people to know that. Something can be extremely scary. You can be so afraid. Maybe it's an exam coming up, you're afraid, or something. Or maybe it's a person you're about to meet, or a country you're about to go to, a new school you're about to go to, or just meeting a new person, or anything. Or a new, like, life change, marriage, or anything, relationships, or anything like that. These are so scary because you don't know what's ahead. You don't know how a person is, beyond what you see of them. What if people are backstab you? You do not know. The truth is, we don't know. But we can put our hopes in Allah, and we can have our certainty amidst all of these fantasies, that whatever happens is good for us, even if we don't know what will happen. I know this is going to be something really hard to accept, but it's the reality, especially if you're a believer, if you're a Muslim. I want you to soak this in. Whatever ever happens to you is for your good. And Allah would never make something happen for you except that it is for your good. Soak that in. And trust me, your life will be way better if you do. And yeah, if we can live lives like that, imagine living a life like that. Living a life where you don't fear the consequences of doing something that could be good for you. Because even if it's scary, because that whatever Allah has written for you is for your good. So let's just give an example. Like, let's just say you want to get married, for example, and you meet this person, and this person is amazing, and you guys really click, okay? But then you're also worried. You're like, what if when I get married, the person is different? Or what if? We have all these what ifs, But with this new mindset that whatever Allah does is good for you, you get married to that person. You put your hopes and trust in Allah. You did your background checks and whatnot. You put your hopes and trust in Allah. You did the best you could to get to know this person and get to know the person's family background, and you get married to this person. You put your hopes and trust in Allah that even if this does go south, it's good for me, and if it goes right, it's also good for me, So you do it. You pursue that relationship, you know. You pursue that relationship and you get married to that person, in the most beautiful way, and that in your back of your head, whatever happens, if it goes south later on in life, or continues to go well, it was all Allah's decree, and it's good for me. That is such a healthy, beautiful mindset. It stops you from losing out on beautiful aspects of life, because you put your trust in Allah and you go for that which is good. Even if it's scary, even if it seems like it might put you at risk. And I remember I read this beautiful quote that said that fear is what if, and faith is even if. And I feel like that summarizes the whole thing, even if what you feared most happens, you'll be alright. Why? Because Allah is in control and Allah has written it for you and it is what's best for you. Even if we don't know how to deal with it, we'll figure it out because Allah, like says in His Quran, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah does not burden a soul beyond its capacity. So whatever Allah will make you go through, or is putting you through, or will make you go through in the future, it's all for your good, and it's never going to be something that you cannot handle. Now imagine that. Imagine soaking in that mindset that whatever comes my way is something I can handle. If I'm put in this place, put in this situation, I can handle it. If the worst happens, if that actually happens, I can handle it. Why? Because لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah does not burden a soul beyond its capacity. Soak that in. Realize that, internalize that. And know that Allah has decreed the best for you. Because that is out of His rahmah and mercy that He wants the best to happen to us. And He wants us to grow and learn through our experiences. Soak that in. And let that realization free you. Let it free you that whatever happens is good for you. It's the best for you. Even if it was the worst scenario imaginable, it's the best for you. And that Allah has only decreed that which is good for you, that will help you grow. I'm not speaking some mumbo jumbo. This is all part of your faith, part of Islam. And it's a beautiful thing to soak in. You're part of this faith, so soak it in. Even if you're not a Muslim, if you come to this faith, inshallah, you have this beautiful realization. I want you to soak it in because it's freeing, it's liberating, and it empowers you to hope, to love, and to go out and try new things, even if they're scary. Because you know what? The good might just happen. If it doesn't happen, it's fine. It was decreed. It was Allah's decree. And Allah always has the best destined for us. Even if, there's always a possibility of our actions going wrong. It's the intention, it's the niyyah, it's the intention that matters. Even if it's scary, do it. If it's good, do it. Even if it's scary, even if going to this new place is scary, even if I'm scared of my exam, I don't know how it'll go. Have hope in Allah and know that even if our efforts are not enough, and they will not be, Allah can grant the best because He is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. He is the most merciful, the most compassionate. So trust Him and know that He'll grant the best of the best, even if you can't see how. For your Lord is the most perfect. And with His perfection is His perfect decree, and you're a part of that, Yeah. And I feel like that kind of ties into what people tell me I'm a very positive person. Or when you see people who are you see Palestinian people, you see their faith, their beauty, and their faith, and their iman, and their hope. It's because of that. They internalize their faith, and we can always learn from them and internalize that, faith over fear. Truly, faith over fear, and live life knowing that your Lord has decreed what is best for you, and thus do anything and everything if it is good. Do anything and everything, even if it's scary, and even if nobody has ever done it, but it's good, do it. Do it. Go out there, do it. Try new things. If it is right, do it, even if it is scary, because your Lord is the best of the best and has written what is best for you. Even if there's so many scary things that could come from it, do it. And know that nothing will ever be put on your shoulders that you can not bear. Everything that's put on you, you can bear it. So do it. Push through. Grow. Try new things. And have hope. The hope that we have as Muslims is beautiful because it's not baseless. It's not just hope, oh, I hope this will happen. No. It's hope based in the fact that Allah is the greatest of writers, that Allah cares and loves you, and He has written what is best for you. That is the hope that we have. We hope and we know and we are sure that whatever Allah has written in our stories is what's best for us. It's what's going to help us grow and develop and become the best version of ourselves. So with that, I want you to go out in the world today, or to just go wherever you are, to do whatever it is that you're afraid of, to do it. Do it in the name of your Lord, the most loving. Do it and trust your Lord that whatever He will come out of this decision of yours will be good. Because your Lord is the most merciful. And even if it's not what you expect, even if it's scary, even if it's your worst nightmare, know that you can bear with it, you can deal with it, and it'll only be for your good, because nothing ever happened except that it will benefit you in this life and the next, you know? So yeah, do it, go for it, go for the scary things in life. The things that are good, but they might be scary. They may be, oh my God, what will happen? What will this person say if I stand up for what's right? What will this person do if I do this, do that? It's good. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it if it's right. And put your trust in Allah, because whatever happens, you can deal with it, because that's what Allah has promised you. And whatever happens to you is good for you, because that's what Allah has decreed. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode on fear, and I hope that kind of just empowered you to live life with less fear and more faith and hope. Because trust me, you can live such a beautiful life if fear is not your restriction. If only what is wrong is your restriction, but fear isn't. Do what is right and let it set yourself free. Set yourself free from fear and put your trust in Allah, and trust me, your life will be way better. And I can't wait to see you all living lives that are so full of hope and trust in Allah and chasing that which is good for you in this life and the next. Do it even if it's scary. Do it because it's right. Even if it's scary, even if you don't know what's going to happen. Do it, and put your hopes in Allah, and know that whatever He does in our that seem like we like it or not, it's for our good, and that is with a certainty. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode, and let me know in the comments what you think. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you start living life with less fear and more faith, and knowing that whatever happens to you is for your good. And yeah, I can't wait to see all of you grow and to chase that which is good for you, and to go out of your comfort zones, even if it's scary, because you know your Lord has written the best for you. Yeah, so sending you all so much love, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.